Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So one of the things I love doing is looking at current trends, especially those that are really bold and maybe you'd think they're not wearable at all, especially for everyday life, and reinterpreting them so that they not only make sense for the everyday, but you can also tailor them to suit your tastes in a way that's really tasteful and also looks more elevated and a lot less twee. Basically bringing those bolder trends down to earth. So we're going to run through about 7 of my favorites today. I definitely encourage you to shop your closet, but if you do have any gaps, I will have all of these and any alternatives listed down in the description box. Okay, let's just go for broke, starting off with the whole sheer trend. Now, obviously, I'm seeing so many inceptions of this where you are clearly leaving very little to the imagination. If that's your bent, go for it. But, you know, I think most of us aren't going to be walking out in a sheer top, braless, letting everything hang out, so to say. Lace is a great way to get into that sheer trend. What I did have is this beautiful bodysuit that obviously is quite sheer in the sense that it has lace, but that lace is also giving some discreet coverage where I need it. So what I'm encouraging you to do is think outside the box, right? Like, would I wear this on its own with, say, a pair of high-rise shorts? Probably not. However, what I love about this trend is, again, there's various interpretations for it and there's room to play around. So to me, to make this a little more upscale, a little bit more, I would say, like modern feminine, yet still erring on the side of conservative, I decided to style this with a pair of high-rise shorts. Now, the reason why I went with a pair of high-rise shorts is because when you are going with something like this, that has a lot of, let's say, exposure to it, you want to counterbalance that with some more coverage on the bottom. The high rise is going to do that. The slightly longer length of these linen shorts are also going to give more coverage on the leg. So it's not as though you're bearing all everywhere. A classic white button-down shirt looks absolutely fabulous, layered over a more revealing top like this one. And then you can always do something like add a really classic feminine sun hat like this one here, something like this with this beautiful traditional black grosgrain trim. Obviously brings this outfit down to earth even more. It just makes it very feminine, not overly sexual, because there's that beautiful balance. So you have the tension, but you have the balance too. The reason why I love how this all comes together is because I have the white on the white on the white, which is reflecting that white monochromatic trend that we're seeing, and also playing a little bit into the whole quiet luxury thing. Okay, the next wilder trend is definitely crochet. I mean, we are seeing crochet everywhere, from dresses to shorts to skirts to tops to bathing suits to cardigans. I don't have any crochet in my collection. I've seen a couple pieces come out for spring and summer that I'm intrigued by. But not all of us, obviously, are in the market for something as bold and, again, a little bit revealing as crochet. So if you're looking for something that kind of mimics the look of crochet, but is a little bit more, you know, on the added coverage side, a little bit more conservative, yet still feminine and really beautiful, consider pointelle. Pointelle is such a beautiful design fabrication to enjoy, especially in the spring and summer. Pointelle itself is definitely something that's trending pretty hard for spring and summer, but it just seems to be more of a timeless classic, something more elevated than, say, crochet. Another key point you want to take into consideration when buying is to stick with a more neutral tone. Overall, you're just going to get more longevity out of neutrals, especially when it comes to incorporating a trend into your closet, while also helping you feel like your wardrobe isn't becoming tired or just feeling a little bit dusty. Okay, next up, the wide leg. The wide leg pant or jean isn't exactly groundbreaking, but I think the inceptions that we're seeing now are getting pretty extreme. We went from the barrel leg to now the horseshoe leg. I think a wide leg has more of a mass appeal. Once again, it's more versatile. It's going to stand the test of time. I love a pair of high-rise wide leg pants. They have been my go-to for years. And especially when you opt for a beautiful linen pair, a beautiful fabric for spring and summer. Again, sticking with a neutral. It's classic, it's timeless, it's very elegant and elevated looking. So once more, I'm keying into the whole quiet luxury theme. And once again, you're kind of like putting a toe dip into that trend without getting too avant-garde. All right, so toggling off of that whole wide leg trend is definitely 90s nostalgia. When I think of the 90s, thinking to like these supermodel icons and 90210, what did we see? A wider leg jean, it's a little bit looser, you have just a basic black ribbed top. So again, you're creating that beautiful balance. You can always add a belt. Definitely reminiscent of the styles we saw coming out of the 90s. It's such a simple accessory to play around with, but it really keys into the whole look from that decade. And this is a great example of how easy it can be to incorporate a trend into your everyday, make it modern and relevant. In this instance, when we're talking about makeup, all you really need to do is skip the blush, concentrate on the bronzer, on the contour, and then just go with, like more of a nude lip, or even like a lipstick with a little bit of a brownie undertone, and bam, you have Cindy Crawford's signature look from that decade. Okay, next up is the crop top. I think out of all the trends that have become evergreen in the sense that we see them or an inception of them re-emerging every summer, it is definitely the crop top. And I think why people either love it or loathe it is because when we initially think of crop top, we always get a picture in our mind of something that's very midriff bearing, extremely tight, but there are variations of a crop top that you can enjoy and wear that still look really sophisticated, really elevated, epitomizing the whole quiet luxury vibe. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. So this top here from my collection obviously sits right around my natural waist, which affords me the ability to simply roll it up and tuck it underneath the bottom of my bra to give it a crop top look. Now, when I wear a top like this with those high-rise linen shorts I showed you previously, the high-rise closes the gap on any skin that you might be showing once you crop your top, and the longer hemline obviously is going to give you more coverage on the legs. So it just creates this beautiful, feminine, yet demure look. And you can always add accessories to tone it down even further. Referring back again to that sun hat, they're just a great way to ground any outfit, because what you want to avoid is everything in your outfit screaming for attention, right? You really just want one piece to be the showstopper and everything else to complement that show-stopping piece, but then to almost disappear quietly in the background. Okay, guys, and the final trend we're going to talk about today is the whole obsession with Western-inspired looks. This definitely can get costumey real fast. If you're going to a festival, obviously go all out. But a Western-themed booty just plays beautifully into this theme, into this trend. It's a very low investment into it. So it's another way to just kind of refresh your closet without it feeling as though you're trying too hard, you're getting too costumey, you feel like you're looking as though you might be headed off to Coachella when instead you're really just meeting friends for brunch. I love thinking about elements of a theme, elements of a trend, and how your existing pieces, your more, let's say, conservative everyday pieces, might really play well into that theme. So the Western booty is a great route to take. Once again, if you're not into fringe, if you don't want to wear a cowboy hat, if you're just not into the whole scene, it's that little element that just gives your outfit that on-trend interest. Okay guys, so that'll do it for some of the wilder trends I'm loving this season that I might not want to embrace fully. It's always fun to look into your closet and see like, okay, how can I reimagine that trend to suit me and my lifestyle and the message that I want to convey with my clothes. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.